Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us here today. Thank you to our partners, Lake Sumter State College and United Southern Bank. Today's show, we're going to be talking with East Ridge High School football, and they're coming off of a 5-5 season, talking with head coach Donnie Burchfield here. And also on the program today, we've got nickelback, outside linebacker, Tahj. Thank you for coming on to the program, both you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. You guys are coming off of the 5-5 season last year and looking for big things. You lost a massive senior group, 32 seniors. Coach, what's it going to look like this year as you come into the 2024 season?
Our expectation is to get better. I've been there 2 years going into year 3. Our expectations is to raise the bar every year. I feel like we put a lot of work into the weight room in off season, trying to get the younger players that are coming up to get bigger, faster, and stronger. The mental aspect is going to be a bonus because now they've been in the offense and defensive systems for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So kind of an advantage there. Disadvantage is, losing some really key players, with the 32 seniors graduating. But we have a lot of young men that we're really excited that's been waiting for their opportunity. And so it's their time. And, Tahj is one of those guys, that's looking for that opportunity this year.
Yeah, so Tahj is going to have a really good opportunity at East Ridge High. Tahj, let's talk about your career so far. You're coming, I guess, from South Lake High School and looking for big things at East Ridge.
Yes, sir, I am. East Ridge and Coach Donnie Burchfield have really helped me out grow as a player and as a man, or a growing man. He's really helped me out and just been a great mentor to me.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's been a great mentor to a lot of people over the years. I mean, Coach Burchfield, you coached at South Lake High for quite a long time, and then, of course, East Ridge, so you've gone between the two programs, now building the East Ridge program. What has that been like? You took over a program that was, it had seen better days, so you have been building that steadily the last couple of years.
Definitely the toughest job I've done in my 20-something years of coaching. Coming in a program that hadn't won in almost 2 years, trying to teach the young men on, what does it look like to compete first, mm-hmm. and then teaching them how to win, over the last 2 years has been the biggest focus. And it, it's bigger than just, showing up to the game and winning. You win in the off season, you win, at school in weightlifting class and in the classroom academically and learning the schemes and stuff. So the first part of that was coming in and getting the kids to buy into what we're doing, mm-hmm. and then starting to put those important pieces into place, bringing in good assistant coaches that, philosophically are, want to win football games, but also want to build good young men. So character is a big part of what we've done. And I think that's what I'm excited about most with this group coming up is it's a bunch of good guys.
Tahj, what are you most excited about coming into the 2024 season?
I'm most excited to learn how to win and be a winner, honestly, to gain strength and just have an all-around great season. Losing, winning, anything, it's always great at East Ridge.
What are some of the things that you've learned so far from Coach Burchfield?
Some of the things I've learned so far from Coach Burchfield is grades. Every rep is a job interview. And just how to grow and be stronger as an individual.
Absolutely, and you are growing them stronger as individuals. You've got a new weightlifting coach over at East Ridge High School. Talk a little bit about that.
So very, very blessed. Last 2 years in a row, last year we were able to bring in Coach Chris Guido from Eustis. Very successful in a weight room over the years, has done a phenomenal job. And then this year we were so blessed, we actually have Coach Wright joining us. He's been at Mineola for the last, I think it's 9 years, and has produced numerous state champions in the weight room. So now those two are both teaming up in the weight room, and they're really pushing these boys to the limit. But we're really, really excited to have them. And, as a coach, mm-hmm. you want to surround yourself with coaches who are better at what they do than yourself, like that are going to challenge you. And I believe we have not one but two of the best weightlifting coaches in the whole entire area.
What's been the most rewarding part of coaching these guys? And coming off of a 1-10 season, that's a tough thing, especially when you took the program over and seeing it grow the last couple of years. What's been the most rewarding part to you?
Seeing kids for the first time playing for someone other than themselves. Mm-hmm. I really think that's the key, is when they learn to be a part of a team. It teaches them so much about life, because after football, they're going to have to work with other individuals. And I'm hoping that what they're learning about teamwork will help them to be integral parts of our communities, people that we can depend on, people that the generations like myself or even before me can look and say, man, that's a great group of individuals that's coming up, that's going to be able to make an impact in our community. And I think seeing that, and then I would also say, seeing how they respond to difficult situations. Like, when you saw Coach Sam's, I know y'all did an article on Coach Sam's, going through a double lung transplant. We have a player right now who's fighting cancer, and he's beating it head on. And we talk about family. We're more than just a team. We're a family, and just being there and supporting and encouraging those individuals. I mean, it teaches them how to be more than a football player.
Yeah. Tahj, when you see stories like that with Danny Sams, and you get that player battling cancer right now in East Ridge High School, how does that motivate you?
It motivates me because I actually know them personally, and I know how strong they are, and they speak to me. Those players and that coach, that specific coach, they really motivate me because, like, on and off the field, it just helps me mentally learn how to face adversity and battle through just problems in the road, and get over it, like coach and our teammate that has cancer. Yes. Yeah.
And he mentions all of the things that he's had to battle through, but a lot of people having to battle through all sorts of people. You are not just a football coach; you're also a pastor in our community. Can you talk about how important that is, and sort of the role that you take, because you're not just a leader on the field, but a leader off the field?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is being respectful and learning how to balance that, not forcing on any kids, being able to separate the two, but not separating who you are as a person. Yeah. Being a positive role model, being a pastor and being a believer is not about preaching at kids. It's about the example that you leave for the kids. And so I'm always reminded, am I setting a good example in the way that I communicate, the way that I lead, the way I handle difficult situations? Mm-hmm. How you respond when they make difficult situations or bad decisions, how do you respond? How would you want someone to respond to you in those moments? And had a good cast of coaches that support that. I would say our administration has been phenomenal with that. They know who I am as a person, but at the same time, they say, hey, you know the rules, because there's a big deal in being a believer, but being able to separate those two, but not separating it from who you are as a person. And they've given me the liberty to do that. Just be who you are, and love these young men. And it really comes down to one thing, actions. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and being a leader on whether it's the defense or offensive side of the ball, you, of course, are going to be on defense this year. Are you excited about that? You coming into the season, you're probably ready to hit somebody.
Yes, sir, I definitely am. Just me and my teammates have been getting prepared with Coach Wright, our defensive coordinator. He's really been helping out, coaching us every single day, and not just coaching us, but like really getting on to us and actually teaching us what to do and how to move and how to pursuit to the ball, which a lot of teams don't really do anymore. Everybody doesn't 11 hats to the ball, and that is just amazing, and it correlated to our spring game really well. Everybody just less tired and less phased because of how we worked in the off season to really get in shape.
He talked about the spring game that happened about a month ago, and now you're entering the dog days of summer here, a couple of weeks away from your first game on August 16th coming up. What can we expect in 2024 for you guys? What does that look like? What does a successful season for East Ridge look like for you guys?
A winning season, first of all. I mean, that's our goal. we look at our schedule and we take it one practice, one day at a time, 1 week at a time. And looking at our schedule, I mean, we approach 1 week at a time. So like right now, our mind is completely set on, believe it or not, next week going to team camp. So we go to team camp at Southeastern University next Saturday and Sunday. 12 high schools in that session going to be competing in 12 different scrimmages. So we're actually doing our acclimation now, getting ready for that. And then after that, 100% of our attention is turned towards Pasco and trying to be competitive going into that game.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys very shortly. I want to thank both of you for coming on to the program. We got a couple of other players that we're going to be talking to here for Eastridge High School. One more question I have for you, for kids who are coming through the program. You've been in it now for a while, and now you transitioned to Eastridge High School. What's your advice to young guys?
For young guys, I would say definitely find somebody to look up to, find somebody who is maybe plays your position, maybe doesn't even. Just somebody you can really look up to and is a leader and not just someone who goofs around and really someone hardworking.
Absolutely. I want to thank both of you for coming on. Coach, good luck with the season.
Thank you, Kyle.
And Tahj, good luck with your season as well. We're going to take a short break here on the Sports Hub. We'll come back with more with Eastridge High School next.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey, everybody. We are back here on the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. We are talking with Eastridge High School today. We got quarterback with us, Winston Bourgeois, and then we also got slot receiver Dylan Bogun on us on here as well. Guys, thank you for coming on to the Sports Hub podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were looking forward to a great season. I'm going to start off talking with Winston. Winston, you're coming off of a 5-5 season, so it was pretty good last year. You guys were able to get to 500, which I think is a great job for you guys. Overall, you got to play behind Cole Rowski last year, and Cole obviously graduated. You got to play behind him, though. You ended up throwing for about 385 yards last year, 2 touchdowns. So you got to see some action that last year, and you're coming into 2024 with a lot of promise this season. Let's talk about the offseason. How's it been for you?
It's been good. We've all been working hard, all locking in, working towards next year. We're all building. We want to keep 5-5 is kind of our floor. We want to keep building on top of that and keep building. We're all lifting really good. He's talked about the 2 weightlifting coaches we've had and putting the work in, and then doing different camps and stuff like that, building on myself, working on myself to be the best for the team.
Talk about some of the camps that you guys have been at. It seems more prevalent year after year. You've got lots of guys within the community going to these camps. What camps have you been to?
So me, I've done USF. I went to West Florida, University of Alabama, Birmingham, and then Gardner-Webb. And then we as a team, we went to UCF for a 7-on-7 camp.
That's awesome. Dylan, he's talking about the upcoming season. What are you most looking forward to in 2024?
I'm just looking at growth with the team, especially when all the seniors left. But I'm sure we can all build better chemistry too, as well. Looking forward to that in the competition that we're gonna play.
What is the challenge of losing 32 seniors? I mean, that's a lot of guys. How do you combat that?
We just gotta learn to work together as a team. Just build together in the weight room, especially. That's where it all starts.
What's it been like having the new weightlifting program at Eastridge High School?
It's been challenging. We wake up every day sore from the day before, but just keep working. They get onto you, getting the reps, make sure you're doing your percentages, but it really helps build strength. And I've gotten stronger, put on some weight, and everybody else has too. And it's been really good, comforting knowing that we have the right people in the right position. Absolutely.
You guys obviously both play on offense. How's that been developing over the course of the last couple of months? Because you guys have been involved in 7-on-7s, and now you're coming into the season. What's the chemistry been like between the offense?
It's been good. We've been building. We have a complex offense. We have a lot of different moving pieces, but the more that we work together, the better that we are able to build and work, and it becomes a well-oiled machine. And so we're getting to the point where we're keep working together, keep learning. The chemistry's gotten really good between that.
And Dylan, last year, obviously, Eastridge loved to run the ball, but you also put the ball through the air. What's that looking like this season? What can we expect out of Eastridge High School?
I mean, from what I've seen right now, it looks like we're gonna be like a lot passing over run. Yeah, like he said, it's very complex and there's a lot of pieces.
So you've been around Eastridge for a while. You came into the program with Burchfield and everything when the program was going through some challenging times. You've seen a lot of things in Eastridge start to work their way back up into the rankings in Central Florida. What has that been like to sort of learn under Coach Burchfield the last couple of years? You played JV as well, so you're coming through. You're gonna be on varsity this year. What's been the most rewarding part of seeing Eastridge get back to prominence?
Just seeing everybody like just get better with each other, and it's been great with Coach Burchfield too. Just learning with him, especially. He's taught me a lot of stuff, especially on the weight room.
Yeah, how to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Winston, what's the most interesting thing that you've learned from Coach Burchfield? Because he's obviously taught you a lot the last couple of seasons that you've been able to learn under him. You actually started at Leesburg, then went down to Eastridge High School, so you've been in the program the last couple of years. What has that been like?
Learning accountability, and not just accountability for yourself, but for others. Being able to hold each other accountable as we're all working to get better for each other, and we're not playing for ourselves. We're playing for the team. We're playing for Eastridge. We're playing for the Knights on our jersey. Yeah. And so being able to learn that accountability has been something that I've really enjoyed.
We were talking to Tahj and Coach Burchfield earlier on the program, and they mentioned Coach Danny Sams and what he meant to the program. Can you just talk a little bit about anybody that's going through a challenging situation and what Coach, maybe what you've learned from Coach Sams over the last couple of years?
Just because it's hard doesn't mean you have to stop. Just keep fighting, keep going through it. And there's people around you who will support you, and there's always somebody that you can talk to and ask for advice, ask for guidance on whatever you're going through, regardless of how hard it is. Don't compare your situation to other people's, and just accept whatever you're going through. And it's a challenge, but you can get over it and just keep working.
Dylan, what's the biggest piece of advice that somebody's ever given to you in your career so far?
So far is every rep is a job interview. That's for sure. Just to always work hard no matter what. Do it while nobody else is looking at you, like no matter what.
Yeah, you've been impressive, including in the spring game and what we're looking forward to. What's the dynamic between you guys as well? Because obviously you guys are going to be playing out there on the field. What's it been like throwing to this guy?
Easy target to throw to. He's usually open, so he makes my job easy a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's always a good thing to have a wide open target and a quarterback that you have as well. Of course, things not set. We have a couple of months before the season. Can you talk about sort of the 2024 season and what's going to make it successful for you personally, both of you? What would make a successful season for you, Winston?
Being able to build off of last year. Personal success, I feel like that'll come, but I want the team to be more successful regardless of what ends up happening. 5-5's kind of, we did good last year, but I always want to build on that. Me personally, I hate losing. That's my biggest thing. That's my reason why. So to build on that, keep playing better, keep getting better as a team. That's really what I feel like would be, for me, successful. For me, growth is as a team, we win and we compete together.
Dylan, how about you? What would be a successful season for you in terms of personal growth, and what would be a successful season for Eastridge High School as they come into 2024?
For the team, I just want to get better, like he said, just better than last year. Each year, get better, grow with each other. A personal goal would probably just to I don't know. I'll just say growth with the team too.
Yeah, just growing together as a team, and harkens back to my days when I used to play football. It's just great to get out there with the camaraderie of the team. How important is it to have that kind of sense of camaraderie? And you guys are obviously practicing together. You guys go to camps together, and you're able to build that. Eastridge is, and including Coach Burchfield, is big on team camaraderie. How's that been?
That's been good. We've all built together. This group, the younger guys coming up, we've been playing together for years. And so having each other's back is a big thing for us, and being able to go out there and compete for the brothers around us has been really good. We're a brotherhood at the end of the day, and we've been able to work as a brotherhood and hold each other accountable so that we can all reach the ultimate goal of winning games.
So when you're not playing football, what do you guys like to do off the field?
I'm big into fishing. I enjoy bass fishing a lot, inshore saltwater fishing, stuff like that.
Dylan, what do you like to do?
I'm a music guy. I play like 3 different instruments. Play guitar, drums, bass.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Where'd you learn to do that? You picked that up at a young age?
I picked it up a couple of years ago. I was just bored, picked it up. Yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing.
A musician and a football player. So there you go. So do you get like into the grandstands and play with the band? No, I'm just kidding.
I wish.
But you guys have a very exciting season coming up for you. I want to thank both of you for coming on to the program. I got one last question for you. As we come into the 2024 season, you've been around the program a while now. You've seen the senior leadership group leave. 32 guys have gone away from the program, and now you're going to be the senior and you're going to be a leader. What's the most important part of being a leader?
Make sure that you don't tear people down if they're doing the wrong thing, but make sure that you correct them in a way that it's through love and not through anger or mad. That we may have to do up downs, we may have to run, but at the end of the day, they made a mistake, and make them know that they may have made it, but don't bash them down for it. Don't tear them down and build them up.
How about you, Dylan? What do you think?
The biggest part about being a leader is probably just showing people how to do things the right way, and just, yeah.
Make sure that you do it the right way so that you make sure that you don't have to do the up and downs, right? Exactly, yes, Winston. All right, Winston, well, I appreciate you coming on the program. We look forward to seeing you out there, and as well as Dylan, and we're excited to see what East Ridge can do in 2024. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. We're going to take another short break here on the Sports Hub. We'll come back with more with East Ridge High School up next.
Are you looking for a bank with heart? For over 85 years, United Southern Bank has served businesses and families in Central Florida with excellent customer service and the latest in banking technology and products. USB offers free checking, high-yield savings accounts, residential and commercial loans, and much more. Whatever you're looking for, USB delivers on personalized service and friendly, fast communication. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us online at unitedsouthernbank.com. United Southern Bank, we are united in community. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Hey guys, we are back on the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. We're talking right now with East Ridge High School football. We are talking with Jadon Corcino and Midley Bazil. I want to thank you guys for coming on to the program here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Well, you guys are playing on the offensive line and defensive line. I'm going to start with Midley. Midley, you're coming into 2024 as a senior. You play on the offensive line. You're a tackle. Tell me about the last couple of years and what we're looking forward to in 2024, because you guys lost 32 seniors, right? Yeah. So you're coming in. What are your thoughts on the 2024 season?
Well, I grew up with them, ever since my freshman year. I look up to them, and, they say great things about me, and I just want to be as great as them.
What's been your favorite part about playing for East Ridge High School?
Probably the coaches.
Yeah.
I like the coaches a lot.
What do you like about the coaches? Coach Burchfield, he's been around for a couple of years now. He's built East Ridge, the East Ridge program back. What's it been like learning under Coach Burchfield?
Grades equal money. Something about him. It's always about our grades, and I like him a lot, and I look up to him.
Yeah, grades are so important. And one of the great things about the Lake County schools is that we've seen a 92% graduation rate. I think that that's fantastic. I think that that's one of the highest levels that we've seen in Lake County. So very, very good to take accountability there. And then we got also with us Jadon, and Jadon plays on the defensive line. You are a defensive end for East Ridge High School coming into your junior year. What can we expect out of 2024 from the defense for East Ridge?
Out of 2024 the D-line will definitely be trying to set the edge, definitely trying to feed the linebackers, give them those big gaps to try to get back at those running backs. it was definitely rough losing those 32 seniors, but Coach Burchfield didn't set aside any of the lower classmen, and he definitely took his time with us and trained us for the upcoming year, knowing that we were going to lose those seniors. And I'm just excited to definitely put on the display of the hard work that we put on. And I feel like we'll definitely go somewhere this season with defense, try to get a lot of tackles, a lot of sacks, definitely try to put pressure on the offense this year.
Yeah, it was a great season for you last year. Double-digit tackles for you last year. So you're coming into an exciting year here on the defense. Obviously, losing all those guys, like you mentioned, is tough. What has that been like trying to fill the gaps?
Filling the gaps is definitely rough, as the D lineman seniors that we have were extraordinary. But we're definitely still working on some of the lower classmen. D-line, Coach Birchfield, Coach Wright, all of them have definitely been putting in their utmost effort to train them and help them out. I've also been setting aside, trying to help fixing stances and just teaching them how to set the edge. And it's definitely been rough, but we'll get there, and we'll definitely have a great defensive season.
Yeah, you definitely will. What's been the benefit, I guess, of having the weightlifting program as well? Because that's something that Eastridge is coming up through. You got the new coach there at Eastridge High School with the weightlifting program. What has that been like, and what are you looking for with 2024 with that?
I would say I got extremely stronger with the help of Coach Guido, and I'm hoping to get a lot stronger with the help of Coach Wright too.
So what made you choose offense over defense? Because you're the offensive tackle. You like blocking the guys.
Well, with defense, something that we really need a lot is offensive linemen. And even like last year, we didn't have much of any offensive tackles. So, I had to step up and do my job as a offensive tackle.
What's your favorite thing about playing that tackle position? Because I was a tackle myself. I enjoyed the pass protection, of course, and then also run blocking. It's just a fun position to play. What's your favorite part about playing tackle?
Not pulling as much as a guard.
Yeah, pulling against the guards, I'm sure you see a lot of it. You have to take the brunt of it. Let's talk about your upcoming season as well. You've obviously looked like you put on some weight as well. What's been the benefit of having a true weightlifting coach at Eastridge High School?
I feel like with the addition of Coach Guido and Coach Wright, I've definitely gained a stronger base for when I am setting the edge or when I am rushing O-lineman. And I feel like it definitely helped just in general, making sure I'm not getting pushed over as much, making sure I'm not falling, and I have a steady base. And it definitely helped out a lot. I feel like I'm a lot stronger up front too, and I'm able to push the guys out of the way. I'm able to push-pull. I'm able to work different techniques like that a lot more efficiently than before.
Midley, we talked a lot about leadership, and you're coming into your senior season here at Eastridge High School. What is the importance of leadership, and how are you going to lead the offensive line this season?
Keeping everyone accountable. Especially if they want to give up, I would tell them not to give up. This is just a mindset you have, and you got to change your mindset, because especially us linemen, we're not as big and strong as our seniors, but, we're working in that weight room to get bigger and stronger. So.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, not only on the offensive line, but on the defensive line as well. You're obviously a defensive end. What else do you guys have going on? Because you guys have what seems like some pretty strong defensive players coming back this season.
Yes, we do. We've gotten a new addition of linebackers, and we're definitely adding more D linemen. And I feel like with our defense, we're definitely applying a lot more pressure, as we always have an extra man compared to the defense. And I feel like that's going to help us out a lot in terms of stopping outside plays and inside plays. And obviously we have great secondary. We're going to prevent the ball from flying. We're going to get those not pass interference.
Don't want any of those.
Don't want any of those. But we're definitely going to be stopping the ball, and I feel like we're going to have a good season. Our spring game definitely showed that as well. We had a great spring game in terms of defense. Definitely went well for sure.
Let's talk about the spring game as well, because you guys had a pretty decent spring game there. What was that like as far as the offense went? Because it seems like you guys made some really good strides headed into the season.
Well, I would say that we were doing pretty good at the first half, and then when one of our best two players got injured mid-game, then, as offensive lineman, we had to lock in and, block our mans when running the ball.
Is there any particular game on the schedule coming up in 2024 that excites you?
definitely one of the stronger two teams, Dr. Olympia. I definitely want to see how I stack up against one of those teams that are up there, and I want to see how I can compete against them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game the most, seeing what those O-linemen are like and what kind of things they run. So I'm definitely most excited about that.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the season, and Eastridge doing some amazing things. One more question I have for you, Midley, is what is your advice to younger guys coming through the program? Because I've asked this to a couple of guys here today, but you've come through the program. You're now a senior. You're going to be on varsity. You've played on JV. You've gone through the system. What is your advice to younger guys?
I would say never give up, because when I first started off, I didn't lift at all. And, I was weak, and I thought I would have a chance to play varsity, but it put me on JV. But when playing on JV, I still learned a lot and got me mentally prepared to play varsity.
All right, Jadon, another question I have is, as far as leadership goes, and you've been through it and you're coming into your junior year, what does it look like for the younger guys? What is your advice to younger guys coming through the system? Because now you're a starter on varsity. You're going to be one of the stars on defense. What is your advice to younger guys coming through the program?
I feel like it's definitely holding yourself accountable. I feel like during my younger seasons and before I even came to Eastridge, I felt like I was a real big slacker. But coming in with Coach Burchfield and all these other great coaches, I feel like they definitely showed me to hold myself more accountable and to not miss out on reps and to make sure I'm putting my best effort forward. And I feel like that definitely is a big part of getting better at football.
Yeah, one thing about Coach Burchfield is that he's going to get the best effort out of all of his players, that's for sure. I want to thank both of you for coming on our program today, and we wish you luck with the rest of your season coming up.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Want to thank our partners that make it all possible here on the Sports Hub podcast. Want to thank UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. And I also want to thank Lake Sumter State College and United Southern Bank. Our podcast is available on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and other sites. So make sure to check us out and subscribe. It really helps us out, guys. Want to thank Eastridge High School football for coming on once again here for the Sports Hub. And we'll see you on the next edition.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopedics.